Hello again, you join me in the van. So the last video for you following me around, just doing jobbing and different bits, subbing and whatever else, done really well. So I thought I'd just take you along, start recording, see what's going on. Now today, I'm in Walthamstow and there is parking suspensions going on everywhere. So if I try and show you down here, no, don't focus on that, focus further away. There's a gang of 4 parking inspectors, look at them. Because basically they've blocked, there's a parking restriction here. Oh man, I wonder if my phone can pick up that. Oh man, how great is this phone? The parking is suspended on all of those roads on the even side only. So I'm on the odd side, but there's loads of cars that are still on the even side and they're all getting done over because the parking suspension's in from 7 o'clock. Madness. Anyway, I've got an EICR, got a sore throat. I've got an EICR and then I've got a fault find and then I don't know what else I'm going on to do, to be honest, but I thought I'd take you along for the ride anyway. See what we get up to, see what we find, see if I get a parking ticket. Anyway, let's see what happens. Right, I got jogged on by the parking inspector. That sign I read, you know, it said even side only. Turns out that was only on one particular road, so I've moved again. Now, technically there's no sign on this post, so there's no parking instructions. So in theory, I can park for free. I'll have to contest it. So this is kind of video evidence of it, but otherwise I've got permit holders over there. So yeah, fingers crossed. I ain't gonna get a ticket. Anyway, let me go over to this EICR.
Right, this is what we're up against, a Luden RCBO board. So it seems to be installed quite recently. When I came here, this cutout fuse is half hanging out. So God knows what's happened there. I suspect it's the stuff that's been stored inside here that's giving it a knock. Then we've got some exposed connectors here just below the doorbell transformer, but it's probably at low voltage, to be honest, so it's not going to be too much of an issue. Then we've got this meter with basic installation and exposed live parts. Seems to be the usual on these old meters, to be honest, but anyway, let's get the lid off and have a look inside. So inside this board, you can see we've got no mechanical protection where the cables enter the consumer unit, which may be an issue. It's quite an open, gaping hole as well. We also have this random grey bit of sleeving on this CPC, which is a bit weird. Yeah, cables coming in from the bottom. Nothing really untoward there. But this next inspection notice, it's for the same day as it was tested, so it's easily done, to be fair. Right, we're going to do our ring final testing at a socket. So we start off with our little R1 there, that's 0.27. Now the neutral should be the same because it's the same size conductor. There's normally a bit of fluctuation between them depending, but this one is 0.25, so not too bad. They can be up to 0.05. Oh, drop that difference between them. And then the CPC will be a bit higher as the conductor is smaller. Normally 1.67 times higher. In this case it's way higher, but if we have a look at the conductor itself, get this bit of sleeving off, you can see it's a 1mm conductor. Let's get that off. So it's a bit smaller, so the reading will be 2.5 times higher. So if we do the maths on that, it's still a bit higher, that reading, so we're going to have to do a bit of testing to find the loose connection. So to find that loose connection, we're going to leave the tester on the CPCs and go around each socket in turn and disturb it. So you can whack it, stomp on the ground next to it, wiggle the plugs that are inside it, whatever you like, just some way to sort of give it a little disturbance, because that can just move the conductor slightly, which will show you where the loose connections are. So it's not that one, and we just carry on repeating going around each of the sockets. Now when there's 2 of you, this is a lot easier, because obviously one of you can wait by the tester rather than keep running back each time. You have to keep trying to shove your hand down the side of sofas and all sorts, and then running back. It is a bit difficult, but we check the tester now. You see the reading has changed. So this is the socket where the reading changed, so we'll whip that off. Important thing to do when you're whipping off sockets, if you put the screw on the corresponding side, it can prevent cross threading, because sometimes people ruin the thread when they're putting screws in and out. Now looking at it, there's no loose connection or anything, but what we can do is just give that a little tighten up and go and check our reading and see if that's made it any better. And as you can see, perfect reading.
That was a pretty straightforward EICR. hopefully you could see what was going on with that ring final fault. I don't normally fix them when I'm on EICR, so I was just doing that because you're here. But just to show you that it's quite easy to identify. That's quite a standard building as well, like it's just up ring, up lights, down lights kind of thing. So there's a natural separation. Some of these modern houses, the ring final circuits are blended between floors, they're like all over the gaff. So when you're trying to find a ring fault, it's or even identify the number of points, it's a bit of a nightmare. It's just to show you, if you just disturb the socket in some way, even sometimes you can stomp on the floor near it and it will make the reading jump up and down, and then you know it's narrowed it down to 1. That's not to say there ain't more than one on one issue on the circuit, because there could be multiple points that have issues. You know, the guy's really staring at me. Mind you, I am talking to my phone. Yeah, multiple points could have issues, so you could fix it and it still be high, and then you've got to carry on. It's quite awkward on your own because you've got to walk to a point, bang it, walk back, and sometimes it lands back on the value it was on. So yeah. Anyway, not too much wrong. Modern fuse board, just a few issues with basic installation showing there, stuff showing at the meter as you saw, and yeah, it's quite an easy fix. Anyway, I'm off to a fault find now in E16, so I'll join you over there if I can get footage. Renting someone's driveway again. It's absolutely manic down here because Docklands excels here, everything else, so parking is an absolute premium. It's on a block of flats, but there's absolutely no bays available in there that are visitors, so it's not worth the risk. Anyway, let's go and have a look over there. Look how slow that lift is opening. Do I dare to get in it? God, that moves so much. It's not looking good, bruv. Okay, that's all done. Wasn't actually anything there apparent. I took off all the intermediate switches, two-way switches, tightened all the connections, and there was nothing the matter. Took the downlights down, checked some of the connections up there. Went to the first one, found the JB, and found a burnt out cable, which you should have seen in the clip before. So I'm going to recommend those 5 downlights are replaced, but also there's no evidence of there ever being an EICR, so it makes sense to get that done and dusted and see if the rest of the flat's safe for continued use. Why is this lift is ropey as? The door is so broken on it. It also drops about a foot when you get in. Right. Now, does that fill you with confidence? Oh dear. Right. Just got to go over to TLC at Bow, get some smoke alarms, and go and install a couple over in, I think I'm in N6. So yeah, I'll check in with you in a bit. Next job is just checking out. Just changing out these. You see they went out of date last year. I'm upgrading to these Eco ones, not the 3000 series because landlords are just too tight, but it's just 3 of them to change. Quick in and out. Right, I forgot to film, but I went down to N1, Angel Way, and there was a 40 dimmer switch there, just that to change. Now I've gone back to Enfield, EN, North London, and I've just gone and picked up some materials, a big old job I've got coming up in a couple of weeks, and now I've got an old deer with no lights apparently, so I'm here to have a look at that. Apparently she's 80 odd, and yeah, one of the neighbours called me up about it, so I'm going to have a look. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get footage in there, but if I can, I'll take you along. Right, I couldn't get any footage in there. I am a terrible businessman, I'll tell you that much. This sweet old lady, 80 years old, and it's just like, oh, how do you charge them? It's just like, oh, So I've gone in there, it's an extension, right? So whenever you think my extension lights ain't working, think about most dodgy builders that do wiring up. They never come off the lighting circuit, they'll come off a spur that feeds that area. So that's your smoking gun, always go looking for one of those. Sure enough, I found a spur in the upstairs bedroom, flicked it on, all the lights are on. That's it, sorted. In and out in 10 minutes. And it's like, so do I still charge my call out? I just couldn't. I was like, don't worry about it, it's fine. I give her some cards. It's like, look, just spread the word. Not that I'm giving freebies, but yeah, she was super grateful. She forced a score on me, so yeah, I got 20 quid. Anyway, that's me done. Look at the size of this bad boy. I've got that to install in a couple of weeks. 21 ways of this 29 way board are going to be filled up. It's mad. It'll be a different video, but there's like rings being split into radials. There's loads of extra circuits. It's going to be a mad one. Anyway, I'll catch you tomorrow. Wait, actually, I might not catch you tomorrow. I'll catch you at some point. Catch me in the garage signing off this video. So hopefully you enjoyed that. It's going along for the day. If you like that sort of stuff, let me know in the comments and I'll catch you in the next one.